And oh, okay, everything seems to be going well. We'll be going live soon with Dragon Age Inquisition. Although that going live banner is a bit too big, I suspect. But yeah, let me do a thing here where I have to close a thing, open a thing. There's a trick to starting Dragon Age Inquisition, which I won't repeat because live because it actually puts your computer at risk. So, oh, no, there we go. We are loading. So I hope everybody's had a good night, a good evening, so to speak. We're transitioning now. We were supposed to have the lessons learned podcast tonight at 9 o'clock, but a certain kitten got had to had his stitches removed. That's Chabamon's new kitten, and so it's like, hey, maybe I have to postpone. It's like, well, thank you for telling me. Now we're doing this, and yes, you can see me now. It's not much of an improvement, I know, but still. Game is not loading. Oh, it's loading. It's loading. It's just doing its thing. I think this controller, which is the 360 Xbox One controller, on older games, it has a conflict with the mouse. So if I can find my older controller somewhere around here, I may try that. Got a bunch of controllers, but I don't have a wireless interface. I have one which is the reason why I bought this one was the other one was getting a bit clicky. The buttons were not very reactive. But with this game and with what was the other game? A game I bought, which is a flight sim. It just doesn't feel as well as it should, which is weird because I played it on 360, and this game came out for the Xbox One. So it's like I don't know what's going on. I think it has to do with a mouse. The game recognizes both the mouse and the controller at the same time, and I think that's where you have the conflict. Because this controller is designed to operate more mouse-like, I think, and that's where some of the problems are coming from. And we are now in Orlais, in Valhoyo. Some worries about the generic guard themselves or on their allies. Characters with guard will lose it before their health, especially second health one. I like that ability. Everybody should have guard because it's good. It's good. It's the best way to tank damage. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I was looking forward to tonight's podcast, but it so happens we have these issues, and I didn't get a doldrums. I also probably tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, I have to and readjust an adventure I'm working for my Roll20. Scheduling problems seems to be a thing. We're busy. Work. We're going to talk about lore. Now, this game has tons of lore, which means we're going to talk about this game lore a lot. I do mean a lot. Hmm. There we are. For some reason, it wasn't capturing the screen power 7. My power is 7. I apologize for my horrible French accent. I did take French courses in college, but I got a D plus. I got a passing grade or C. Eventually got a C.
Stand wary, guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andras.
The Templars will stand for us and help Val Royeaux return to mourning.
Good people of Val. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no mage in our hour of need.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Damn, dude. People didn't just riot?
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
I don't know why a brawl didn't break out. I mean, well...
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
Don't seem like it.
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Bella.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's what we're attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste.
She has a bit
I
of a
never thought
Caribbean,
they'd
French
abandon
Caribbean
us.
accent to her,
Listen,
which is
Your
interesting
camp
considering
will need
she's
food.
a black
I
French
have
speaker.
contacts.
Well,
We'll
speaking
have
English.
deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Our Templars left. The Chantry...
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Well, that was a change of affairs. You might find friends among the stunned and reeling.
Favors for friends. A message attached within a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special, I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Valhoyo. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe. Maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Regen. Ah, yes.
The Templars didn't...
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
The first enchanter wants to speak with me. Hurrah. Noble citizen.
I don't know.
I don't think I've actually been. Yeah, I've been up here before. Fast travel.
Yes, thank you.
Mock Studio. Here, when honored was her might, for many more deserves a thought. For those she was the first a knight, her kin was fought. Para plague when the dictation de Mausoleo, since over the Princess Corinne, first cavalier, for those who stood beside.
we should search the area.
Different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thanks for your friend for helping good Lady Karis. So those who asked about Herald enter third passage cannot stay to see them next. Not of heroes. Not far off in sacrifice. Head of Madame Snappy Snips. Mascot of Lady Dulion name is in jest, but the name is respected. The Grand Mom, as she's also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Conan, the previous owner of the cafe. Expertise hunter, Conan came of age in the years following the sighting of the sighting that the name the era, while others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Nevaran dragon hunters were just as being exaggerated. He tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Conan believed that he was yet to see a true version of the beast and legend, that the imprisonments of this day were young despite their ferocity. In cruel victory, It is a cruel victory because we know Sir Conan incorrect, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, travel weary. That what we thought to be the pinnacle dragon strength may have been told to adolescents, the sisters of Madame Snappy Snips, and left their sibling far behind. Yeah, all the dragons, the suicide dragons, are.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
I'm Scottish. I'm fantasy Scottish.
I don't think they knew.
Yeah, this is very much Sun King style architecture, which I guess it makes it actually makes the oh, let's talk to her. I don't talk to her. She got punched in the back of the head.
The Templars left us to the mages.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
To tell you the truth, I don't know.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Ransom seems to be holding. The Ra that Amar that reveals Hori.
Did you hear?
So this is like an artificial lake. Something's going wrong with it. Favorites and favorites for... Okay. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debit's fate. The Randy Dowager Quarterly. Randy Dowager welcomes the blooms of spring with the collected Califian Criasers. Being a scandalous rendition of Her Majesty's favorite caught in flagrant delectable. And their uniforms and modesty withstand the assault. Yeah, Lady Hester says, hardly a Tethras, but generally arousing if polished. Curious, this is for you, and it should. 3 scars sold in the shop out of 5. Okay, so that's comparing to Varric's writing. So not as good as Varric's, of course. By the by, they defictionalized. It's not something new. It's like, oh my god, they did it. It's like, no, that's nothing new. It's happened a lot before. They defictionalized Hard in Helltown. So that's a thing. Problem I have with it is I don't usually like oh, I never been to that upper region. Oh yeah, I always go here, but no, I didn't know there was another level. And well, we are here to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scroll belong in the spell script. Herald go at time, praise addressed. Nice. Examine. In this window, the thief Thridwell did witness the attempt assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch her assailant, a bard of Lord Haviland. Hero thief, foil bard, and conspiring noble were all censured as per their station and relevant action. Lashing and labor disappeared and ostracized from social social season, respectively. Scandal played out far longer in the theatrical serialized adaptation, which that's very interesting. That even though he did the right thing, and it's a sort of critique of a sort of heroic Dungeons and Dragons type hero, murder hobo, that, for example, a thief can save a life, and it's like, oh well, you know, you were gonna rob me blind, but I forgive you. Like, yeah, that wouldn't. More rowdy dowager. Okay, quest map. Secluded courtyard. Location near El Rio was revealed to clues left by the friends of Red Jenny. And here we go.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
That would have been my first choice if you'd been willing to speak with us.
We're willing now. That's the important thing. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
I mean, yeah, French.
Come, let us return to Haven.
And I guess they made it that way to make Orlais look and feel far more sophisticated, but it comes out as being like centuries apart, right? Britain was not in barbarism when France was, you know, whining and dining, right? You know, the highest powers in Europe, and was the most powerful empire they're in.
Oh, they never won.
Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you follow the notes well enough.
There's something about her that I just find...
You're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
They say I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's
There's a
Sarah.
racism.
This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Yeah, there's something about her that I just find off-putting. And there's something about BioWare dealing with who are not new. Because she clearly is not right? Exactly what she's supposed to be, I have no idea, but she's clearly not neurotypical.
Friends
it's
really
always
came
treated as
through
a
with that
joke.
tip. No breaches. So,
It's like,
Herald of Andraste.
Also her racism. I mean,
You're
it's
a strange
understandable.
one.
She's a well-written
I'd
character,
like to join.
but I just can't. I can't
Well,
stand
how about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One
need
name.
someone who actually
No,
suffers.
wait,
Well,
two. It's
not extreme, no.
Well,
I'm
it's
not
like
neurotypical,
this.
like I said before.
I
because
sent you
do
a
suffer
note
from
to look for
depression
hidden
and
stuff
other
by my friends.
conditions.
The Friends of Red
Genetic
Jenny.
conditions, but,
That's me. Well, I'm one.
And being around
So
people
is
who
a fence
suffer
in
from
Montfort,
things like,
some woman in Kirkwall.
learning disabilities.
There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah?
A host
It lets
of
little
things.
people, friends, be part of something
Yeah,
while they
this,
stick it
this
to nobles
portrayal
they
of it
hate.
is just.
So here, in your
She's
face,
very
I'm
clever.
Sarah. The Friends of Red
Ah.
Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already.
I mean, she's very clever.
Can
she's
you
very
add to
smart,
these
but
professionals?
She doesn't have
Here's how it is. You
language to
important
express
people
it.
are up here,
It's kinda
shoving your
like
cods
weird.
around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
I still
All right,
recruit
Sarah.
her, but I don't.
I can
usually
use
don't
you and
play
your
along with her,
friends.
'cause-
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be.
And she's
Plus
very
extra
much well
breeches because I
aware
have all
of
these...
the sort of
You have merchants who buy that fish,
artificiality
yeah?
of
Got to be
class
worth
and
something.
station. It's like people who have
Anyway,
power and all that.
Haven.
They're just
See you there, Herald.
they're full of shit,
This will be
basically.
grand.
So actually, she represents that. She's sort of she's supposed to be the fantasy proletariat, right? Too many pages. I think that's what she's supposed to represent, right? Down to earth, slightly cockney, you know, knows what's really going on, woke kind of thing. Like, okay. Let me see. Yeah, I can't. I bought it, and I can modify it. But make sure I get everything. Because you can't go back to this. This is one of those one-time location things. And then there's Vivian, which I also have problems with because she's very much, as you'll see, she's very much the kind of person that benefits from the system, and because they benefit and they're better in the system, even though they're oppressed by it, they will protect it, right? People who have an actual benefit or believe they're going to get a benefit, and more terrified of not having the system as is.
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
That's not true. I'm just searching for Divine Justinia's killer.
Of course you are. I'm sure your army is out scouring the hills for her murderer as we speak. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
She's stunning, beautiful, but...
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
So I just got a message from Chapel. We will be doing the podcast in about half an hour or so. So we're going to be streaming, but we'll finish here. And
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries.
So let me answer.
With divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
so recruit these two characters. We have a half hour to do that, so I want to get back to Haven. See what happens next. Red Lyrium. Spellbinders. I really want to play Dragon Age system again. I have the rules, but I want to get them on Roll20. Get the adventures. It's a pretty good system. I actually like it a lot. And it can be played very dark and gritty as well. So yeah. I'll have to stop the stream as soon as this is done. It will not be as smooth a transition as
Travel safely.
someone else who knows how to do this better. We can, but hopefully.
Your quartermaster's keeping this place running.
I'll pass on your back.
Another time.
Yeah. is it invaluable? Let me. So I'm a few points off on this. So we're gonna save it here, and we should be back in about 25 minutes with the Lessons Learned podcast. So hopefully that will be a thing, and you're welcome to stay and wait around. Sorry that I had to interrupt like this, but it happens. We have changes here and there, and I prefer to go do the podcast because I really like to do it. So thank you all for coming, and we'll see you in about 24 minutes.